RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. What up? What's going on? A lot going on. A lot of bullshit. We know that. Who the fuck looks around at the world and go, yeah, I'm happy with this? Who looks at the world and goes, yeah, this is the best we can do? Well, this looks like progression. Having a better phone is not fucking progression, man. I don't give a fuck how smart Elon Musk thinks he is, and he is smart. He can do some shit with his brain my brain might not do. I don't even give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. I think on a technological level, if humanity didn't move any further than what it is right now, I wouldn't give a fuck. There's nothing about human existence that says that we don't constantly drive innovation and technology forward relentlessly with no other aim but to further technology. We don't got to do that. That's not so much a part of the human experience that if we don't do that, somehow we have failed. Everything is pushing towards creating this artificial intelligence type shit, which we already living with, dealing with. We already got a strained symbiotic relationship with the cell phone. I'm not going to act like I'm not guilty of that, because I am. And that's how I can see it so clearly, really, is that it seems to be convenient, entertaining, and informative. And all of those things together it'll bring you in, man. It's the best thing that they can possibly. I mean, it's what they do best. They tap into the human experience and the human psyche, and they know what fucking makes us tick. And then they say use that shit to make them tick to this rhythm. And then they just do that shit. And it's obvious that it's a conscious game. One of the most important parts of the game, actually. But then there is the technology, the big pharma thing, the government thing, the entertainment thing, including the music. We all know how hypnotic music is. You bang a drum to a rhythm, you can get a 6-month-old baby that can barely sit themselves straight up. They can get to that point in life. If they can sit themselves straight up, then they are in tune enough with the rhythm of nature, the vibration of reality, that if you beat a drum, the 6-month-old baby will dance. You don't got to instruct them to do it. They don't need to be copying you. They will dance. How they do that? That's a glimpse into some very serious stuff, man, in human psyche. And they hijack all of the things that they know that make us tick so that they can control all of our behavior in a predictable manner for monetary gain and power and control and influence over the world, so that if we are going to be like that, let us be like that to their benefit. If we are going to move, sell, and do the drugs, let us do that for their benefit. That's why they bring this shit in here and be like, you can't stop the shit. We kind of understand it. We kind of like it. We might indulge ourselves. And then we set all the laws and the rules, and we send the police out there to play the cat and mouse game about all of the drugs that we brought in this motherfucker, that we help protect over in the Middle East with that fucking NINE fucking double one bull. Get the fuck out of here. We know what y'all was doing. We saw y'all do it. People called y'all out the whole fucking time. Even after y'all was executing all that bullshit, we're going to look at this fucking bullshit go. And then ever since 2001, we have been going. You lying motherfuckers in New York City with the fucking tumbling of the two towers, with the fall of the two temples. We see you, ritualistic Jesuit motherfuckers with the gematria all over that shit. September 11th, and that whole event, and all of the things that connected to it, as far as 10 years into the future and beyond, I mean into the past, before September 11th, 2001, 10 years before that, you can go back that far even further to tie ritualistic things and patterns and predictive programming and shit about that shit, all in the music. The motherfuckers got rap album covers of the two towers being destroyed, The Simpsons, all of the other typical shit that we know, a whole bunch of shit that y'all not even aware of. That everything, even in the movie Back to the Future. How far is that? The movie came out what, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Stop playing. The whole movie Back to the Future is riddled with 9/11 predictive programming and gematria. Let's stop fucking playing. All of this shit don't line up like this organically by accident. You gotta manipulate the shit. And when the manipulation of these things point to a possibility of manipulation when you see the gematria code in it, then you realize that the gematria code is actually there working to the benefit towards some destruction when it's all being created. The gematria and the in-your-face fucking events, all of that shit is being controlled by the same group of people that somehow people say that it's unrelated. How? All of the people involved in the shit from both sides, the dark side and out in the open in the light where you can see them, all of these motherfuckers are together. They are the one thing. It's not related. The fuck out of here, boy. 1968 was a fucking traumatic year for this country for multiple reasons, and the gematria will show you that shit. You can look on the surface and look at the news and go, damn, 1968 was a fucked up year. It was a bogus year. But when you put the gematria into it, not only do you see the shit that was bogus, that was obvious out in front of you, you see the chess pieces being set into place for futuristic shit. They fucked some shit up. Stanley Kubrick's movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey, all of that shit is related. It's all pointing a finger at something. Check out Gematria Effect News. If you don't know who Zachary K. Hubbard is, what the fuck is you doing with your life? At the very least, go check him out so you can see if what he's talking about. And if you don't like it, tell him that you don't fucking like it. Then I don't give a fuck. But go take a look though, because to not give Gematria a chance, to ask yourself why the fuck does it seem to be doing that when everything in the light and in the shadows are all being created and manufactured by the same group of people? When you see that, you have to say that how is this not related? Are these groups of people completely uninvolved with, unaware of the ritualistic patterns behind this shit? Are you crazy? Of course they fucking know. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was organic. If it was organic that they know. And if it was organic, why the fuck would they hide in the beeline, suppressing Zach's work, suppressing other works that Zach has cited in reference to where he got gematria from? Manly P. Halls, the secret teachings of all ages. It's a dope fucking book, and I'm about to buy that shit along with all of Zach's books too, because I listen to Zach's videos, and Zach got me so much in awareness of gematria that in all honesty, I've never read his books. Never read the books. The books would be good to outline a whole bunch of things, but he talks about a lot of stuff. The book would be good for people to take their own pace, cite different pages, word for word, cross-reference things, and to really study it. If you're a reader, cool. If you like to study, you want to analyze gematria, so you can either confirm it with your own personal, sincere convictions, or if you think you're going to debunk gematria, it doesn't matter. Get the book, check out Zach's work before you fucking call it something. You got to listen to it, and then you got to try to apply it and ask yourself, why the fuck does it keep doing that? Because if you plug yourself and your birthday in to the gematria calculator, there's a gematria calculator to help you do this. Let me give you a rundown real quick of what gematria is in case you don't know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Gematria is the practice of coding letters into numbers, or numbers into letters, and then letters into words. Whichever way you do it, it's a two-way street of communication where the numbers actually mean something. Who thinks numbers is just for counting? Give the shit the respect and the power that it deserves by realizing that it's something powerful, that no matter where you go in the world, you do this, it actually represents a squiggly line symbol on a piece of paper, the number 2. And it means something, and everybody's going to know what the fuck it means. In order to have that kind of influence, power, and how complex that it gets when you talk about the complexity of mathematics or the complexity of the English language and its Latin base, if you do all of this stuff, you'd have to say whoever's developing this enough to make it a system with some great utility on planet Earth to be communicating all of the things that you want to pour your heart out about in a love song, a poem, in a script to a movie, or how you express yourself on social media. All of this shit is a powerful thing because it all came from something. The tools you use for your human expression throughout your fucking life, if you speak English, has been given to you by something. This organization, this group of people, who you'd have to tip your hat to the fact that the English language is fucking dope in and of itself on the surface. When you include gematria, the fact that the English language was conceived, it's not an after effect, it's not an afterthought that someone else is doing. The same people who attached this number coded system to the English language and called it gematria are the same ones who gave you the heliocentric model and the Gregorian calendar that we are going by today, when the world did not always go on that timeline. Why the fuck are they giving us this shit and then using it in this way? I don't think you should trust any avenue, including that heliocentric model. I'm not going to just agree with that because I think that it makes sense over what they taught me in the slave fucking schools and that we got the fucking heliocentric model from the Jesuits. All of that sounds funny? Not going to trust it. Not saying that the earth is fucking flat, but what I am going to say, I don't know why I should devise that and separate that out into being something that I can trust coming from the Jesuits and a bullshit school system that they gave us the juice and gave us the real truth when they told me I lived on a spinning ball. I'm suspicious. And I don't give a fuck if the shit not flat. I don't care. I'm not calling it flat. I'm not calling it flat. What I'm saying is undeniable by anybody, including Zach. Does it make any sense that we should trust that and never look any further and deny anything into the contrary of that the earth being round, that we're on a spinning ball, the distance between us and the fucking sun is how many fucking 96 million miles or 1,000? What? Million? It's got to be million. It ain't no fucking thousand. I got more miles than that on my fucking car. There's no way hell I could have drove to the sun and halfway back by now. Um, all of this shit is weird. It deserves our attention. I think it's a very special thing. And when you realize that humanity is in a very desperate state right now, you would have to admit that not only in the black community, but on a global scale, part of the pain and suffering that we are going through because we have a lack of understanding of who we are and where we came from. And whoever knows that, if someone knows that, and they are controlling us right now, they would have the power to completely hijack our human expression, perception, and lives on planet Earth, and they can do that in a 360 degrees of total coverage if they control how you express yourself, how you speak, where the fuck you think you are, what time it is, and what the fuck is going on, what the objective is through government and religious control. They got to control all of that, so look for the control everywhere. The control has to be everywhere. I'm not going to exclude the possibility of the presence of the control in any arena, especially if they are the ones who have passed it to me through their heliocentric model and the school system. Distrust all over the place. I don't fucking trust them, and I got a right not to trust them, and I'm gonna fucking look to be sure they're not fooling me because they got the means, they got the motive, they have all potential power to fool me about all the things that I think I hold close to my heart as if it is concrete truth when I know that I don't fucking know. No, I don't. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't either. What the fuck is this spooky shit? Figure it out. You should be trying to figure it out. RPM trade Vietnam in this bitch. Wu Bang get a motherfucking gun. I'm not even sure how far a gun will get you. I'm looking around at the world like, what the fuck is this and what's going on? Where are we? Where are we going? Elon Musk, Trump. What these two bitches always talking about? Space, Space Force. Send some shit to space. Yada, yada, yada. But they are Jesuit-controlled opposition to look like the hero to some of us. So even those who claim to be awake are going to find themselves still in the palm of the hands of a bunch of bullshit-controlled opposition sent here by the Jesuits to take our minds and say, I'm the hero, go this way. Elon Musk says, I'm the smart First Amendment advocate, super brainy genius, giving you all this technology that you should praise me for. I'm a fucking god on earth. And I say, space is real. Now watch me do this funny-ass fucking space trick with the fucking car into space or whatever the fuck he did, and then ha 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 moves on, Space Force, blah blah blah. I don't fucking believe you. I believe you're a fucking liar. Any liar, known liar, obvious liar, circumstantial liar, I don't know what he's lying about. He's telling some fucking truth because he's making the technology work. And then you get this trust and adoration and what's the word I'm looking for? Trust, adoration, and gratitude that you have towards Elon Musk and other people who give you this shit as a gift, seemingly as a gift to humanity, this technology, his brain power to develop these highly technological miracles. Really, Elon Musk is a smart ass dude. He's doing some amazing shit, but that's the loop, though. Because then you trust, respect, and believe in what he is that he says, and then he does this fucking space trick. Now, as soon as you adhere to Elon Musk and all of his bullshit, how can you then say that you don't believe that space is real and that part was a lie? You're not going to. You're not going to. You're going to take all the rest of that shit that he's talking about, hook, line, and sinker. And I think that's very telling of this idea of space being some kind of a farce, some kind of a lie. On some level, for some reason or another, they're lying about that shit. I think that it has to be that way. That's what I expect, and that doesn't mean that I'm saying that the Earth is flat. What I'm saying is I got fucking solid, justifiable grounds to distrust everything Elon Musk says. And when he does a space trick, I go, man, get that sleight of hand. Look at here, look over here, look over here. Poof! Oh, look at that. Where'd the fucking coin go? Oh, it's behind your ear, ass fucking space trick. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna trust that. And why would he do that? What would be the point of him doing that? What is he trying to do when he does that? When you know he's lying? When there's gematria all over him doing that funny, dirty ass shit, and you can equate it to a fucking Jesuit hypnosis attempt to lie to us about what? About the space. Why would they lie so much with Elon Musk about the space? What is it? What is it? What is it? Kind of make me feel like I should look at the space shit and go, you lying motherfuckers, what's really out there? What are we really, really? And I'm not saying I believe the Earth is flat. I'm not saying that. I think the spinning Earth thing sounds legit. It looks legit. The sun rising, the sunset, and all this other shit. And I've told people before, the fucking Earth is flat, and there's an ice wall around this bitch, and it's so immense, and we can see so far scientifically when things are flat. When we have a flat view, how come the fucking ice wall isn't seen with every fucking plane ride anybody ever takes ever that you can't look out into the distance and go, there's a fucking ice wall. You can't see it. Who the fuck has seen the ice wall from a plane ride? This is why I'm going, what ice wall, bruh? But just because I can logically try to break down and break away from different points that y'all make, don't mean that every single thing that they ever say about the ice wall or the flat earth thing ever, every single point that they ever try to make is absolutely stupid. It means absolutely nothing. I don't believe that. Especially when I got to come to the table going, well, first things first, NASA and Trump with the Space Force bullshit and the weaponizing space and all this other shit, and Elon with the car thing. When you know all of that is a lie, it's like you guys are going to lie and poke fun at a joke that's actually real, but it's still a lie because all y'all do is lie, but the space is real. But that part of what y'all saying is like, man, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Zach. I don't know, Cuz. I don't know, Quinn. I don't know, Rick James. I don't know, Angel. I don't know, everybody. I don't know. I don't know what this shit is. We should look. Investigation is always warranted. And I know that Elon Musk is a fucking liar. Now, what the fuck does that mean? Satellites are in space controlling our devices too. Yeah, that's what I heard. But how many times have you seen satellite footage where you be like, damn, could you tell these other satellites to move? These other thousands of satellites to move the fuck out the way so I can see the fucking picture? Have we ever seen thousands of fucking satellites spinning around, blocking the fucking blocking the view while another satellite is trying to get a fucking clear shot? I can even tell that the moon landing, all fake bullshit, all that shit, right? Take the moon landing hoax conspiracy theory for example. They lied big time. Why are they constantly lying about space? Every time they point to space to try to give us some concrete truth about the fucking space, we actually find out, especially through some gematria, that this is a ritualistic performance of a lie to capture the minds and hearts of the people. For what reason? Let's fucking talk about it. Damn, they fucking liars, man. Fucking lying. Always lying. Moon landing, lie. Look at all the gematria. They were lying. These motherfuckers say they took a picture of Earth from the moon, which don't make no sense because that the moon is as small as it is, being as far away as it's supposed to be. If you try to take a planet of Earth from the moon, the picture of Earth will crowd your entire frame of view. You wouldn't be able to see no stars or nothing past it. You wouldn't be able to see no curvature. You would just be Earth in a big ass fucking picture. It'd be hard for you to see past it. You'd be like, damn, this motherfucker being blocking my view from the moon standing here. It looked like they were so far away from the Earth with the so-called picture of the moon, of the Earth from the moon, that it looked like the moon would have to be very far away from the Earth and maybe equal in size. It just didn't make any sense. You put, hell yeah, CGI. You put a golf ball next to a basketball and back it up to or whatever the ratio is. Try the ratio. Try whatever the Earth and the moon ratio is. Put two balls or spheres together that are about like that, and then do a ratio with the distance and ask yourself, if you were standing on a smaller ball, could you get a picture in its totality where you could actually see background stars and all this other shit while standing on a small ball to take a picture of the big ball? And you would just say, no, no, no. The Earth would consume the entire fucking picture frame, and you would never be able to get outside of the Earth in the picture frame. That when you take a picture of the Earth, it'll just be blue and fucking white with the clouds and a little bit of Earth or whatever. You'll go, damn, the entire frame of the fucking picture is nothing but blue, green, and white. There's no edges. You can't see the curvature or all that shit sounds stupid to me. It all sounds dumb. When they lie that hard about space that I could have sworn they could have been able to get to, how can they not get to it? Why are they lying about getting to it? What is all of that shit? And when you know that they lying, you go, motherfucker, what the fucking fuck? And we got the heliocentric model from who? When? Man, RPM straight Vietnam in this bitch, man. I don't believe none of the shit that they say ever, including that part. I don't believe it. And I'm finna look to figure out why the fuck are they lying and what it is that they're trying to cover up. Was this that political manipulation, man? Niggas lie too much. Fuck, they lie. They some fucking liars, bruh. All these big ass lies.